So I'm on my way to my client's house. She's actually a friend now. She came to me back in 2012, 8 years ago, with her Jindo, her dog named Buddy, and he was, kind of a spaz. Jindos are notorious. They have a reputation for being jerks. So, anyways, he's passed away now. She has 2 Great Pyrenees and also a small little mixed dog that she rescued. But, some days you wake up and you feel inspired, touched by the hand of God. And then other days you just find it so tough to even get out of bed, Can't feel inspired to take a shit, But even though there are days like that, like today, I just kind of feel a little, maybe it's the weather, the rain, just the combination of working so much. But a professional shows up, right? No matter how you feel, a professional shows up. Maybe not on time. I am late. I'm running a little late, but it's okay. I show up and I do my very best. And I want to make sure that the quality is at least equal to or better than the time before. I'm always trying to best my best, because I feel like, it's one thing to offer a service, but it's another thing to give your clients a reason to want you to keep coming back. Give whoever your client or customer is, right? The end user, give them a reason to want to have another experience with you, and that's just what I kind of, my philosophy on my business. And I just figured, I'll just start doing this, on my Housecall grooming channel, because I realized I've really been neglecting it. Not that, it's not because I don't care or anything. It's just because a lot of the topics that I was talking about in the grooming things, I can't really stream live on my Housecall grooming channel yet because it hasn't reached 1,000 subscribers. And also, one reason is I wanted to reach a bigger audience with some of the topics I was talking about because it was important to me. But also, when I stream the grooms live at my client's house, I only have one option because I can't groom live on this. I can't stream live on this channel. So what I'm going to do is just record while I'm driving, kind of like an insight in the day in the life of Housecall Groomer, or the day in the life of June, the Housecall Groomer, because I'm not sure if all Housecall Groomers operate the same way as I do. But yeah. This is me. I'm gonna turn into here, and funny thing is, there's a grooming shop right here. I'm actually literally looking at the grooming shop. So there's a grooming shop literally right across the street from my client's house, and they still want me, to come. Why? It's because it's not about what you do. It's not about offering the same service. It's about how you do it. Like Simon Sinek says, people don't buy what you do. They buy why you do it. And what you do is simply a reflection. Everything you do reflects what you believe. So, that's what I'm going to do. That's what I'm about to do right now is go to my client's house and prove once again that this is what I believe. And this is why I'm in business. And, we'll do a little recap video after I'm done. All right, so it is 4:25 and I am leaving my client's house here. I got here like around 11:30, just before 11:30. So total work time with the setup, cleaning my tools, breakdown, sweeping and cleaning with the groom, 5 hours. Took me about 5 hours on this visit, and I didn't get to the other dog only because they're Great Pyrenees, and if you're not familiar with Great Pyrenees, they come from the mountainous areas between France and Spain, the Pyrenees Mountains. Anyways, they are huge, giant dogs, and right about now, in the heart of summertime, their coat, goes through this change. There's a lot of dead, just brittle coat that's just ready to just come out. And oh my goodness, it was just combing nonstop. So it took me about 4 hours to get her groomed. And and then plus the setup, breakdown, cleanup time. So total about 5 hours working. And I'm going to come back on Monday morning because Monday I have a dog scheduled in the afternoon. And I've only been doing one house per day. But, when I have to like reschedule, go back to a dog, I got to put him somewhere. And I'm actually booked this weekend, so I can't put him on this weekend. And I really don't have any space on my schedule to put him on. So I told her I have a Monday afternoon appointment. But that client, she told me let's just schedule it tentatively because she's still worried about the coronavirus. We're still in a pandemic. So she may actually cancel on Monday, which is fine, which is okay. So I told her, let's do Monday morning. I'll come back and groom the other one because he's actually bigger. The thing is, though, he's like 125 pounds. He's bigger. And the girl that I did today, her name's Belle, and she's only like 85 pounds. But the crazy thing is, her coat is so woolly and fluffy and cottony and just thick. So she actually took a lot longer she takes a lot longer to groom than Sebastian does. Even though he's a bigger dog, his coat is a little easier to work with. So he's not going to take me as much time, even though he's bigger. And he's just so scared. He's a big scaredy cat. But we've been working on that. Now he doesn't run away from me all scared. He doesn't growl at me or anything. And I have been able to comb him out a few times now. So, we're building rapport with him. So it'll be all right. Oh, man. And so now I'm driving back home. It's almost 4:30. I got to get my dogs walked, fed, cook myself some dinner, cook my brother some dinner, and get ready for tomorrow. And you may be asking me, you may be asking yourself, why in the world would you spend 4 hours combing and grooming a dog? One dog, 4 hours? Here's why. Because of the way she feels now, when you run your fingers through her coat, it feels, delicious. It feels so wonderful just to slide your fingers. Oh my goodness. And it's so smooth and silky and fluffy. And the results are undeniable. She had the smell to her a little bit, especially in her back end. Doesn't smell anymore. And I didn't even wash her. I just gave her a good thorough brushed out all the dead hair. Got a huge shopping bag full of hair. It was like about to burst at the seams. So we packed it in with all of the dead hair we brushed out. Or I did. I don't know why I say we. Anyways, but it's because me, myself, and we did it. Anyways, you may be asking why spend that long and put that much effort into just one dog groom. It's because I care about it so much, and to me, it's art. It's artwork. It's not just getting a dog brushed out or grooming. For me, it's art. And the way I like to explain it now, I didn't even have the words to explain it before, but now I do. Because recently I saw an episode on drive-ins, diners, and dives with Guy Fieri. He hosts and he goes to different restaurants and finds out about the owners and how they taste the food and all that. Anyways, he went to this Japanese restaurant. I can't even remember because it was in the background while I was working, so I don't even know. But anyways, he went to this Japanese restaurant where they make these amazing noodles. They're world renowned for their noodles. Like, people all over the world know about this restaurant. And he said he had to go and taste the noodles because everybody raves about it. Now, when he saw how the noodles were made, his jaw dropped. And here's the thing. The surprising thing is the ingredients: water and flour. Flour and water. That's it. So simple. It's not complicated, and there's not all this stuff. There's no magic to it. It's just flour and water. The secret is he kneads it for 4.5 hours, folds it. The way he does it, there's a process. It's an art. And after he gets done folding it for 4.5 hours, kneading the dough, and they let it sit, and then they do something else to it, and then when they cut the noodles and they cook it, when people taste it, they're saying that the texture, the taste, the feel is unbelievable, incredible. And that's why, because the quality is unmatched. And if anybody else wants to deliver that same kind of quality, they got to do it the same way. And it takes a lot of time, a lot of effort, and a lot of experience. So the thing is, for me, I want to offer my clients something special because I am an artist, and I want to give them something that is unmatched. And in order to do that, that's what it takes. That's what it requires to do something real, to actually create a real change, and to create something that is real, that when they experience it, when they taste the noodles, when they feel the coat, when they smell their dog, the experience is undeniable and irreplaceable, it's not, you can't even compare it to other services that are like yours. People can get noodles anywhere, but they'll never get noodles like that, because that man is an artist and he needs the dough for 4.5 hours. So I think that's my philosophy. Everybody has to have their own philosophy on life. And the thing is, and I'm not saying that my way is correct. It's probably not. It's a good way to go broke, actually. It's not a good way to run a high profitable business, but for me, as long as I make enough to sustain myself and continue my work, I'm good. I'm happy. But that's also because I'm an artist. I'm not business minded. So somebody who is kind of a little more good at math and the business side, my way of doing business, my philosophy would probably drive them crazy. It would probably drive them nuts. But the same thing is true for me. I'm an artist. My mind doesn't work that way. And so for me, if I was always to focus on the bottom line and the numbers, that would drive me crazy. My work would no longer be enjoyable to me. So you just got to find, everyone has to have their own personal philosophy for their business. And who's to say whose is right and whose is wrong? Yours may be right for you, but wrong for me. And mine may be right for me and wrong for you. Everybody's different. So you just got to come up with your own philosophy. And Jim Rohn says that your personal philosophy is like the set of the sail. So he's saying that you cannot control the wind, but you can control the sail. You can set a different sail. And if you don't learn to set a good sail, then you just get carried by the wind. But if you know how to set the sails better, then it doesn't matter which way the wind blows. You could even sail into the wind as long as you know how to set the sail properly. So your personal philosophy is like the set of the sail, so that no matter which way the wind blows, no matter what storms you come across, you can always continue on to your personal destination, the destination that you have chosen for yourself. And so for me, my personal philosophy is on business is I want to always do more than I'm paid for, in order to make an investment in my own future. And also, it gives me personal satisfaction and fulfillment in my job, knowing that I over-delivered on my promise, and my clients are more than satisfied, completely satisfied. And I want to bring value to my clients. So there's a quote by Wallace D. Wattles, and he says, always deliver more in use value than you take in payment. Always deliver more in the value of using your product or service. Always deliver more in value than you take in payment. And I really like that philosophy, and that's what I've adopted. But again, it might not work for you. Maybe your personality is different. So I'm not trying to say that, my way is right. I just want to share my personal philosophy and the reason why I do the things that I do, the reasons why I choose the business model that I've created for myself, and why I believe it works for me and my personality, my character. It just fits me. And I've had to, it was a lot of trial and error. I went out of business a few times, and there's a couple times where I wasn't really sure if this house call thing was going to work. But now I feel like I've got a good mold, set. I've got a good structure in place, a good business plan, a good business model that is working for me and sustaining my business. So, but I'm not saying that I'm not open to change. I think change is inevitable. even if I wanted to keep this business model for, forever, or for the foreseeable future, just like a pandemic has came, and, just like things that we cannot foresee, I'm sure things are going to change for me. So I don't really stress about what's going to come next or anything, because, I'll adapt and I'll change. But for now, this is working and I'm enjoying it. I feel fulfilled. My client, who seems like a really good friend at this point, not a client, but she's super happy. She's super grateful. Her dog looks and smells and feels amazing and comfortable, so that's what it is. I think that's priceless, to get that kind of response from someone who they're just like, wow, thank you so much. You've done so much for me, and I really, truly appreciate and value you. That to me is priceless. To be that kind of influence, to be that kind of presence in someone's life, that's rewarding to me. But anyways, now that I'm heading home, I'm going to go ahead and stop by a grocery store. And I don't even know what I'm going to cook. Sometimes I just go into the grocery store and just look around and see what's available. And then as I look around, sometimes ideas will come in. I'll get just some inspiration by seeing a different vegetable or something. I'm like, oh, I can cook this, I can cook that. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go and stop by Kroger on the way home. Kroger is a grocery store near my house. And see what there is to cook for dinner. Anyways, I'll see you guys.